What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another BfBB tournament match hosted by GSA. I'm Jared's Giants. I will be commentating for you today. Got a match between Seal and RingoTongo. Should be a pretty good one. Both runners pretty close in time, so I expect a pretty close race throughout this whole thing. Ooh, special surprise.
Hey.
Hey.
Is it just starting now?
Yeah, perfect timing.
They said it was going to be 8:30. I guess it's early.
Oh, the schedule said 8:15. Either way.
Oh, really?
Going. Yeah.
Nah, it's still 8:30. Okay, no problem.
Special guest. So yeah, before you got here, I was just saying I think this race is probably going to be pretty close. I assume both runners have probably gotten some good practice in, so I'm assuming consistency for both of them is probably going to be pretty good. So we'll see.
Okay. So Seal is playing on 360, right? I think that his Xbox broke, so he has to use his 360 as like a backup.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So he'll lose about, what? How much is it? Like 40, 50 seconds, something like that?
Probably something around there, yeah.
So Ringo does have a tiny bit of an advantage there, just for load times.
Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate, but I mean, Seal ran on 360 for a while. He's no stranger to it, so he should be okay. It's better than nothing, you know. I guess we'll see based on the first loading screen.
Yeah, I think the initial pineapple load is like one of the most impacted out of all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Ouch. Alright, well, that's alright. Yeah, it's most noticeable at the beginning, for sure. Alright, so both these players pretty good. We're on the same skill level. You were saying this is gonna be probably pretty close, but again with the 360, like I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I actually wasn't even aware of the whole 360 thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is the plus side of being able to use the 360 controller, but like it's not gonna save time. It might just help with inputs, maybe. Just you know, to secure no input drops. But other than that, I mean, he is at a little bit of a disadvantage here, so he's probably gonna have to hope for some mistakes on Ringo's side.
I think both these players are going to go for pretty similar strats here, right?
Yeah, I think
they both do normal dilemma.
Yeah, they both do normal dilemma. I think, obviously, they both are probably going to do hammer skip too, if I would, if I had to guess.
Yeah, everyone does hammer skip now.
Yeah, I mean, some people opt to not do it in the races just for consistency, but I mean, I think the bash strat has started to make use in tournaments now. People are starting to do it.
I guess Seal doesn't do hammer skip, huh?
Yeah. That's weird.
I feel like that'd be a risk that Seal would want to take in this, given his circumstances, but I mean... Alright, well... Ringo's gonna take that death warp, for sure.
Oh,
or not.
Wow.
Alright, I guess that's kind of what Seal needs. As we were saying before.
I'm actually surprised about that. That's
I definitely would have went for it again, honestly. That's kind of a big risk.
The bash, like...
Oh, you just did it again. See, like I would, if I were him, I would have definitely gotten the checkpoint before doing that. You know, like
Yeah,
it really does not take much time to do that.
he might
It's
want to
really
just grab it
safe
here.
for a
I don't think
race.
he's going to. Yeah.
All right, if that doesn't checkpoint, he's in big trouble. Okay, he's fine. Ringo making it a little bit more fair for Seal with the load disadvantage. Honestly, I feel like the difference between them right now is around the time that it takes for Xbox 360 to load through the entire game. So
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like it probably just about evened them up like perfectly.
yeah, pretty much. Like he's probably like maybe even like within 10 seconds of how long it would take for the 360 to get all of its loads in. So guess we'll see Ringo catch up over time if he does well.
Yeah, he's definitely not out of this, especially because of the 360. But like
Yeah.
a lot of things could go wrong in a lot of different places. I mean, I'm not sure about either runner's consistency with stuff in like Dream, but I know that seems to be like one of the most probable places that somebody's gonna drop time in a race.
Yeah, I think Ringo's actually doing a new route. I was talking to him earlier. I know that's the meme. Is like I was talking to him earlier, but he's doing like he he and Colin are doing a different route that I had like an idea for it yesterday. I was like, you should try this, see how it works. So guess we'll see if he goes for it.
Yeah, Shift and Ringo were at the coffee shop and having a little chat for the
They were
degree.
saying that Bayonetta dies at 50% to a sponge glide.
To a Sponge Glide. They're saying that the Nintendo Direct tomorrow is going to announce SpongeBob SquarePants as a playable Smash DLC character. It's going to happen. And I'm going to main him because this is my speedrun.
Yeah, they're just like one round of Tiki's Go Boom apart. That's not that much.
Oh, what? Did you see that?
Yeah, I've honestly like, I feel like that's only happened to me like one time ever.
I have never seen that ever
Like
before.
not even on that specific like pillar. Like I know I've definitely like ran on top of a sink before, but I think the last time that's happened was like 2016.
It's been 3 years, boys. 3 years since that happened. RingoTongo pulling out the unknown.
I think it was Conquer that one time who he was doing he was doing Tiki's Go Boom. And when he was running over to the wheels on top of the building that you grab before you like go over the walls and stuff, like the tikis were just broken because the sink like rolled all the way over and destroyed them. Does Seal not get the tikis here? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe
actually...
he got, maybe the sink rolled off and hit the he might have gotten an extra combo. I wasn't paying attention to that, but yeah, because I'm not listening with audio right now, but sometimes you can, if you listen closely, you can hear like the tiki can roll over to the area with the sock inside of it. And the sink can roll over there and get you some extra tiki. So maybe that happened to him. I'm not sure.
Look at that. I haven't seen the Shift Sky in so long.
Shift
is
Sky. Oh my god.
That is an absolute... that's some beta SpongeBob speedrunning right there.
I wonder if that's still on FFZ. There used to be an emote back in the day, if you don't know what we're talking about. Before I had Partner, I had like all these FFZ emotes, and one of them was just titled Shift Sky, and it's just the fucking what's it called? The little parachute blanket looking sky.
The little, yeah, the picnic blanket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like I always compare it to one of the parachutes that you used to like. You ever do that in like gym class where you had to like shake up the parachute and sit under it?
Yeah, you lift the thing up and sit under it and it comes down.
If you guys don't know what that is, it's caused by transparency issues. So like even if you notice like in the little vegetation that's sitting around, throughout the map. You can notice it in some spots, but there are some areas where there should be like transparent textures, but they're not. They have like little black outlines and stuff. So that happens in the sky because there's supposed to be flowers. If you look at Ringo's screen, because he has the original Xbox, he's not gonna get that glitch because it's just a backward compatibility thing. You can see he has like the little flowers in the sky. All that's happening there in Seal's Xbox. It's just they're just losing transparency. Yeah, Ringo probably needed to get that C needle to save us to make us some time. It's gonna take him, a little while to get past this, honestly.
He should go for the thunder ones first. Yeah. Hopefully he gets.
Alright, he got this. He's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
All
press B. There we go.
Hold B.
Hold B.
You ever cartwheeled? My manliness points are actually through the roof right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my cartwheel.
All main tasks. Yeah, Ringo is a full segment behind right now, but it's still early.
Yeah,
I don't know. Does Seal do ETG?
I mean, I would assume that he probably would, but I'm not like positive. I would just assume automatically that all runners participating in the tournament should be doing it. You know what I mean? Because it's just for the consistency factors of it.
I think by now most people have learned it. Funny thing is, like, I think a lot of people have improved in this tournament, like their leaderboard times at least. Pretty much because like they've been watching these races and saying like, oh, here's a strat that I'm not doing, and they can implement it. Like, have you noticed that a lot of people are upgrading their strats and getting better times? Yeah.
That's the thing, because this tournament was only like a 59 to what, like it was like one flat 59, 58 skill level, like high 58 at the best, and now the best competitor that we have has a
not even. It was restricted 59 to 101, and there was one person with like a barely like a 102, 10 or something like that who was just allowed in. But now we have like all the people who enter this tournament are either at like a low 101 to like even like a high 57. People just improved so much. I mean, granted, like some of the people who entered were just coming back from not playing for a long time.
Right.
So they rusted, learned the new strats.
All right, I'm gonna say Ringo's about like a minute behind here, so it's probably again nothing he can't make up, but he's got to hope that Sealed has some mistakes somewhere, around. I would say mid-game is probably like a good area where things could actually start to take a turn for either people. It could go either way, really. I mean,
yeah.
This is just assuming that Ringo were to get everything first try. He could make up some time there if it didn't go the other way.
Yeah,
so up next we have our Frogfish RTA race coming up. I mean, it's going to be really exciting.
I know Ringo's really trying to win this race.
Yeah, no. Jokes aside, this believe it or not, it might not seem like it, but with these early bracket matches, there actually is quite a lot at stake because, oh wow.
Did he do that on purpose? I feel like he did that on purpose.
What is going on?
He just soft locked his game.
He soft locked?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god, what the oh my god. He unsoft locked.
That's so weird. We both are just
I've never seen that happen before.
I've never seen a soft lock like that. No, I've never seen a soft lock like that.
He probably just pooped his pants and just like thought it was over. Shout out to Jelly Swagger. Not that Jelly's pooped his pants in a race, but he soft locked in a race a long time ago.
Oh, I remember that. The rock bottom.
I think I just pooped my pants.
Shift needs a diaper change. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Whatever.
I really hope chat.
Be careful.
Ringo's pretty far behind now.
Dude, Ringo's
He's gonna have to pull something out of his,
out of his
diaper.
diaper, yeah. You can tell he's like so thrown off right now, though. He doesn't even know what to do. He's probably having a heart attack.
There are so many just awful things that have happened to him so far. Just like really unfortunate things.
I mean, missing what had happened? He missed hammer skip twice. He had a little bit of a fluke in C needle, and then
the first one, like what happened with the first one is he thought that he got the checkpoint, but he really didn't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he got the checkpoint.
Yeah, and the second one he just died, and
yeah.
the third one he got it, but like, geez, he's gonna have to pull something out. All right, so Seal is going for ETG. Cool.
He got it.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
No problem.
Should get the instant landing too.
Even still, Ringo's really not like super far behind. It could be a lot worse. Like we're looking at probably even still like about a minute. I don't know. I think the load times actually are starting to show a little bit. Just because Ringo can make like a mistake that'll cost him a few seconds and the lead won't really change by that much. It won't really grow or
I think that
diminish.
he's a little bit too close to that cutscene. Okay.
He's okay. All right.
A lot of shaky stuff. It's a little bit deceiving because this segment is kind of long. Like it takes a while to do everything and get to the pier. And Seal has been making some small mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
So it's not just load times. Yeah, I'd never seen Ringo do this before outside of like practice a couple of weeks ago, the last time he streamed.
I can see it's the muscle memory of the old sponge glide. I can tell with his movement. He's jumping too early.
Jeez.
There we go. Yeah,
All
he
right.
should be good on that one. All right, Seal's gonna do, or why did I say Seal? Wait, no, it is.
I think that the key to this is going to be maintaining his composure.
Every time I look at Seal's name, I want to say Sail because it looks like it should be Sail.
I called him Eel earlier.
Eel. Yeah, Eel's doing tower. Doing the tower.
I think Ringo's standing a little bit too far to the right. That should be okay.
He definitely doesn't want to.
I think he's not jumping far enough. Like he's not going far out enough. I know he's like probably afraid of drowning, but you gotta go a little bit farther out to get that boost. Jeez, Ringo, this segment is pretty rough. What's going on? Oh my god.
Ooh, Seal just messed up the. I think he grabbed a normal.
I don't know why he's pausing when he's missing that. He should just go for it again. All right, well, see, like, we keep saying like, oh, he's just like a level behind. He's a level behind, but now like each time we go to a new level, it's like a longer level,
Yeah. All right. So I did keep track of time though. Right now, that platform that he just hit right now, Seal hit it at 14:22, so he's a little over 2 minutes behind, which is quite a bit.
Yike.
I think obviously he's not.
Pier is a very long level, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Seal's not. It's not a guarantee that he's going to necessarily win or anything like that, but he does have quite a big lead that, if he were to realize so, which I'm not sure if he would have the stream open or not, maybe listening in on commentary or something like that. But, he does have a lead where he can kind of sit comfortably and know that if he does make a big mistake on something, as long as he takes his time and recovers it, semi-fast, he's not going to be behind or anything like that. But things can still go wrong either way. I mean, nerves or not, people make mistakes in runs, especially with this game. There's a lot of things that can go right and a lot of things that can go wrong.
I guess we'll see what happens. Ringo's probably going to be like 5 hit points behind in Poseidon is my guess.
Yeah, probably something like that. I would say Seal's probably going to be like entering or just about to enter the third phase when Ringo is starting. It's probably about like a 2-minute difference right there.
Well, we still have Dream. we still have Industrial Park and just a lot of fun segments to come.
Yeah, we got some cruise boosting later on. Could also make some sort of an impact. I'm curious to see what their differences are in late game, like strat differences, because I know a lot of people have been opting out of doing certain like little time savers like rock skip, certain pole boosts and Dutchman and stuff like that, just tiny things, maybe not going for boat bash and stuff like that. So
In these races, huh?
I think a lot of people, I think for these races, you know, people more so go for just consistency, especially if they have the PB advantage, because there's a lot of things I've seen people opt not to do. All right, so Ringo's what, like 4 hits behind, 4 or 5. You were about right.
Yeah, he was 5 before he got that first hit. It's just that these hits are a lot faster than the Patrick hits.
Yeah, he's gonna be like a little more than Patrick phase behind, but Patrick phase takes the longest out of all of them. So I would say there's still probably about around maybe like a minute 45, a minute 30 between the two. So I think because Seal missed the cutscene skip for the booth, the hammer booth. Ringo probably made up a little bit of time there, just a few movement things here and there. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just tiny little things that if Ringo can capitalize on just from his experience.
Yeah, Ringo's been playing this game for like 2.5 years on and off. So there are probably some things that like I know that there are some things that Ringo just can't physically mess up just because he's been playing for so long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ringo sees experience come into play later.
And he's been doing races since we used to do them back on your channel in like 2016. So he has a lot of race experience too. That's why I think he can definitely bring this one back and make it a lot closer. But Seal's going to wrap things up heading to mid game here. No problem.
All right, let's see how Seal's Streetum goes. Getting a later spawn on Duplicators Tron, so maybe he's gonna go for the tree ball because of that. Oh. Alright, well he's gonna run over and clean that up. No problem. Yeah, we're probably going to see pretty consistent SpongeBob stories from both these guys. I can't imagine either of them.
Yeah, I mean, runners at this skill level, I can't even remember the last time I've seen somebody mess this up who has a time like anything under 105, I would say. Probably even worse times than that. I think SpongeBob storage is just like a strat that once you kind of get it down, it's hard to lose your muscle memory for it. I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, the inputs are very lenient too.
Right.
It's such a floaty thing. Like people don't realize like how floaty the sponge ball is. You get hit and you're just floating forever. I mean, this lead is like, it's still definitely doable. It's still doable for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I
think that
said, I think he's
Ringo's like
making up a
probably
tiny
around,
bit of time.
I think Ringo's like a minute and 50 behind right now.
Yeah, there's just like there's gonna be little movement things between each of these runners that's gonna probably decide a little bit of time here and there. But I think the main thing that Ringo needs to hope for is that Seal just has something really bad happen, like missing slide skip or oil skip. It'll be a solid like 20 seconds on each side, 20, 25. Both of those tricks are pretty damaging as far as time goes if you miss them. I think since Pier, Ringo, I mean, there's not really a lot to
Yeah,
mess
he just
up,
had a very rough start, but yeah, there's not really much to mess up anyway.
but he is looking like a little more comfortable with his play. I noticed that his inputs kind of look more normal. He did look a little bit flustered towards the beginning, like you
So
know.
Seal's doing oil skip now. Left side. Okay.
Ooh, that looks okay. I was gonna say it looks a
See,
little bit
like
long.
I think what he might have been doing there. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but he was on the wrong cycle. So I would kind of when he went left side, I was kind of like a little bit skeptical that it would work, but he moved a little bit farther forward, so it worked.
Right.
So I guess like yeah, he recovered that. I mean, what I would
Yeah.
have done is just get hit again so that I don't get the longer damage cycle.
I
But he
wasn't
made it
sure if it
work.
was even gonna work, but
I
yeah.
mean, Seal is a really consistent player. He's probably seen that happen before.
Another big time loss here would be a miss on Sandy Nut. That would be a pretty detrimental time loss because this takes quite a while to set up. I doubt that he's gonna miss it because it's pretty consistent once you know what you're doing, but there's always a chance. All right. Ooh, Ringo's slide skip looked a little bit sketchy there, but
Yeah. Well,
he's
he
all
landed on the outside of the spike block, so it's probably gonna be all right. Typically, when you land in the middle, it gives you issues.
a big thing for getting slide skip consistent is jump spacing too. I think a lot of people don't understand like hitting ledge on the blocks like that. You actually do have to time your spacing on your jumps, or else your downwards momentum is going to be too much to actually land on the side. That's something that these runners don't really have to worry about because you know they kind of know the physics of the game and how it works like that. But
So I guess Ringo is gonna stick with the normal route here. He's gonna go for oil skip and stuff.
good thing for both of these runners is that neither of them have to do forbidden, so that does take away a little bit of a sketchier trick.
Yeah.
It's the plus side of ETG, man. And I'm pretty sure, isn't it faster anyways? Like just saving forbidden until you have cruise boost?
Yeah, it's a double time save.
I thought so.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't remember how much it saves. I'm pretty sure it's still slower than the one frame jump though.
Ringo's setup there didn't look good. He might miss this. Might not.
If you got it in the upper right corner, he was probably fine, but I wasn't looking.
He looked a little towards the middle. Okay, he's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
He probably got it on one of his first jumps.
That's what I was thinking. Like I didn't see him get the actual like visual cue for it, so I just assumed that he saw it.
Right.
I guess it happens like so quickly because he's the one playing. Like obviously he's looking for it. Yeah, I would probably guess Ringo's like 1:40 behind, so he's catching up, just gradually.
Yeah, there's just little tiny things that he's capitalizing on. Like I said before, like a million times. But hey, that's how this game works. Because from, anyone who doesn't have knowledge from this game, you're gonna look at both of these players and think, well, neither of them messed up anything major, so the time gap shouldn't be really changing that much. I mean, the load times aren't gonna change by anything drastic, over the course of like 5 minutes or however long it's been. But yeah, there's just little things that you'll notice.
Movement is a really big thing.
Yeah, that's one thing that separates a lot of players is just their movement options.
Execution too is huge.
Yeah, I mean, to be really honest, despite everything that's happened, this is actually like still somewhat on the close side of things. Like, I feel like a lot of bad things happened on Ringo's side, and yet he's still not in a position where he couldn't come back from this. Like, I'm still pretty shocked at how he's holding his own after,
Steel's getting a little bit roughed up. Security tunnel.
We love security tunnel.
Fun segment.
One of the actually more underrated segments on getting a quick time in. Security tunnel is actually pretty difficult to do optimally. You kind of have to pray for a little bit of good spacing on the ARF robot, because
Yeah, a lot of that segment is just luck, really.
Right.
I mean, I think that like the hammer skip stuff for Ringo is not even like that bad. I think the big thing here was just like his Gulagoon Beach.
Yeah,
That
he
was
lost.
really, yeah.
Because if that didn't happen, I would say this would be probably like within a minute of each other. Like, I mean, they were still pretty close when they both were in Gulagoon when Ringo first entered. I said he was probably about a minute behind, but he like doubled the gap just with the errors that he was making. But I know ETG, it's really, really hard to shake your muscle memory for the old sponge glide, especially if you've been running for as long as somebody like Ringo has, where you've been doing something like that for almost 3 years, and it's like really hard to space out your timing differently than what you're used to. He's gonna save some time off of that security tunnel. He had a really clean one.
Slowly but surely coming back.
Late game is gonna be a huge deciding factor. I think strat choice is gonna come into factor quite a bit. I would assume Seal's probably gonna go more on the safer route, try to ensure that he's not gonna mess anything up, but I think Ringo can pull off a few strats. If Seal doesn't, I can save him some time. If Ringo does rock skip, maybe Seal won't. I'm not sure.
There's nothing like the smell of bubbles in the morning. Smells like this.
All right, so Sand Mountain, pretty straightforward. A little bit of trouble. Oh, he got hit. I hope he doesn't die here. He's got to be careful. Ooh, this is kind of sketchy.
A little bit rough. All right, he should be okay though. He's Just being careful, yeah. Well, guess we'll see how Industrial Park goes.
I
I don't know
wonder.
why that billboard jump kind of scared me for both those players. Oh, Ringo, what is
My
he
heart.
doing? That's just so.
That's
Trying to
just
kill
so.
me.
It's just so questionable. The Tong really scaring us out here today. I feel like something above is just. Ooh, that's not good.
Ringo did the same thing. Jeez, I think they both got hit.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to be really careful here.
Seal got hit more towards the.
He's
gonna
not.
get
He's not gonna.
hit.
Yeah, he's smart.
That was a smart choice. Yeah, he
I
doesn't
would
want
not.
to die.
In a race, no, definitely not.
Here's the thing: Seal lost a pretty big. Oh, he got hit again. Both things happened to both of them. I
Yeah,
hope he
he's
doesn't get
gonna.
hit here either. I was
This
gonna
is
say,
kind of rough.
Seal did make some mistakes here, but
I would even say that Ringo's losing more time than Seal did down
yeah,
here.
no, I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I would have expected this to be one of the time savers for Ringo, but it probably is actually a little bit of a loss.
Ringo's gonna need to have a good Patrick to get back in this, man. Like, it's really gonna have to pray for some good luck.
Now the robot's taking a beating out there. Do-si-do and around you go. Look at that! The robot's made himself dizzy!
Yeah, Seal's probably still around like 140 ahead at the moment.
I'm trying to think, what are the big things in late game that could really go wrong at this
Kids.
point? That's true. Kids can. You see, here's my thing. I think people in these races, they should start just going for reload cycle. Like,
Probably a little bit safer, yeah.
reload cycle is really underrated. It
I've been
allows
saying that
you-
every time that when I commentate these races, like, people just don't use it, but it's super good. You can miss 2 cruise boosts and still not lose that much time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you and I have talked about this before, actually. How more people should opt to use it if they can. Because, especially people who think they're gonna have trouble with consistency on kids.
Seal almost drowned.
Good.
One more douse with that stuff, and
Oh my god, dude.
I know, I thought he was gonna do it again. I thought the same exact thing. That's why I was being so quiet. Jeez, that was sketchy.
I don't get these strats that he does where he waits on the edge of the platform.
It's insane, though. If he were to have drowned there, he would have still been ahead.
By a lot.
Yeah, by like a whole entire 2 hits.
that does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! Oh, that was a doozy!
Fresh like a spring breeze.
All right, so it's like an okay first spin for Seal. See what he does with it.
Yeah, I just recently made the switch to doing that sort of manip, and I actually think that you know it's actually got like a lot of good possibilities for where he can land. Because if he lands in a bad spot, it's really easy to recover and stand in a spot where he's gonna land somewhere good like that. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
just a
easier
little
to
bit more
predict.
hands-on. That's all.
Yeah,
Just takes a lot more skill to pull off. Because you're constantly running around.
I think for an experienced runner, it's easier to predict. It's just you got to be kind of alert, more alert than you're used to being in Industrial Park. Because
Yeah, that looked okay. That looked like pretty okay, honestly.
yeah, that wasn't bad at all. All right, now it's the
I'm getting
moment
a
of
little
truth.
bit worried about what Ringo's doing right now. It's like,
I know. I'm hoping he's not gonna get hit. All right. Ooh. Okay. Good. Ooh. Ooh.
yeah, you know,
Oh,
you really hate to see that.
my heart rate just keeps going through the roof, man. This whole entire run has just been filled with like tiny little hiccups that have just gone the slightest
Ringo's a
bit.
little bit far from that corner.
I think this is gonna be good actually. I think he'll land in the
He's either
bottom.
gonna land like all the way in the back or like yeah, he's fine. Probably, maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
you're right.
I suspected that would happen because his angle was like a little bit off. So
I
not
just
only
assumed.
he was standing in like kind of a weird spot, but like the way he was bouncing. Usually that's a good thing if he bounces off all four corners, but he was only bouncing off three of them. I kind of initially suspected it to be an issue.
Yeah, his angle was just a little bit sharp there. I thought that he
Yeah,
was
he was
gonna do
standing
the
like in the
thing.
middle of the platform.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do the thing where he kind of starts to space out and then he bounces off like the left wall and comes back towards the main platform. But
All right, that's a pretty good second spin for Ringo though.
yeah, I think he'll be able to finish this one off pretty easily. I don't think he's gonna get a bad spot for the third one. As long as he, all right, he's gonna opt for the
Yeah, he might. He can land in the back if he does that.
yeah. With this one, I don't know. It's kind of like a 50-50 shot. That's why I don't really like using that manip because it'll look like he's gonna land right in
He's
front of
going to
you.
the
And,
back.
yep,
Yep.
that'll do it. So Ringo's gonna be losing a
Like
little bit more
all the way to
time
the
here.
back. Yeah.
Seal's gonna go for Sandy Museum. Hmm.
Ringo's gonna have to really to play well to make this up, man.
Yeah, something really detrimental is gonna have to happen on the other side too.
I mean, he can save 15 seconds on Seal right now with the museum.
So weird seeing Sandy Museum. I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, right.
It's like, God, what?
I mean, Seal must know that he's really far ahead to, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably got the stream pulled up, sees that his lead is pretty large.
I was telling Ringo the other day that he should try the route where you skip that first and then you come back for the button. It saves a cruise boost and it's the same speed. I think more people should try these alternate routes because they're really like in some cases they even save time. Got to be more open to like doing weird stuff. The only reason why like I do it that way, where you hit the button first, because RCBs make it like a second faster.
This game just has like so many route options. Like that's like one huge plus side out of a lot. Is that different skill levels can kind of just choose the different strat sets and different route sets. Oh, Ringo didn't even have a full cruise boost.
His angle's a little bit weird.
Yeah, he's having some trouble here. There we go. He's good.
He was facing a little bit too far to the right.
All right, Seal also didn't do sleepy. Honestly, can't blame him for going for consistent stuff.
He has like over a minute and a half lead, so he's fine. Jeez. Is Ringo? What's he doing? Does he not know where the thing is? All right, well, I don't know what that was.
Wait, what happened? I'm so confused.
I have no idea what just happened there. Maybe like something with like college. Maybe somebody like popped in his dorm and like did something.
Yeah, that's true. That's always a
You
possibility.
never know.
Oof.
He's gonna go for the box, bash up the side and get the box. Ringo.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that recovery.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay, I'm surprised that worked.
I'm kind of curious to know what that was. Anyway, Seal getting that quick ballroom. It's hard to tell what's going on, but I think Ringo's been possibly resetting the museum a couple of times.
Yeah.
You've just met the Spongeinator.
Yeah, we've seen Seal go for some pretty safe strats so far.
All right, so yeah, he did elect to go for reload cycle. Can't blame him on that either. I think right now he just wants to kind of keep the lead as big as it possibly could get without, losing any time or messing anything up.
Yeah, he's just doing everything he can to keep it consistent. Yeah.
It's definitely a smart move on his part. I don't blame him at all. Yeah, something really, really bad is going to have to happen for Ringo to catch up here. Like, really bad. Did get sleepy skip, okay.
This is just looking kind of rough, man.
It's upsetting because I think that if the if him doing that hammer skip setup in the beginning, just if it would have worked, I think his mindset for this whole entire race would have been completely different, and he would have performed, just at a different rate in which he is right now. I think he's just making a lot of silly mistakes just from being thrown off, having have lost so much time in certain areas. It's really hard to play on a demotivated mindset.
He's got rock bottom. Excuse me. He's got Murmelair, rock bottom. I just said the same thing twice. He's got Murmelair, Goo Lagoon, and downtown. So he's gonna have to do something. This skip sucks.
Yeah, nobody likes this. It's just like, ugh.
I didn't even realize how many people go for the right pull on this thing. Am I the only person who still goes to the left on that thing? Because I've seen pretty much everybody go to the right. I don't know why that is. Like, even you go to the right, don't you?
For which one?
For ballroom.
What do you mean by that? Go to the right for
Like you flick the stick to the right when you do that trick.
Oh no, I switched to the left.
Okay.
I did used to go to the right though. The right, for some reason, I always just got like super duper consistent with the clip when I was angling towards the right. But when I got my new controller, it stopped working.
See, the right is like less risky, but I feel like the angle is less consistent.
Yeah, because with the left angle, I've had multiple times where I'll just shoot out the left and like fall right off.
Yeah,
Have to
exactly.
reload.
That can happen too. I'm still kind of confused as to like what happened to Ringo in Rock Bottom.
I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, maybe something just IRL. Maybe he got distracted.
I feel bad for him because his roommate's like, oh no, look at. Damn. Alright, well, he has time. He's not even going to go for the cruise boost. Honestly, like, I don't know why he. Oh, he is going for a cruise boost. Okay. Oh, alright, well.
So there's a little bit of time there for
What?
Ringo to
Whoa,
make up.
what is going on here?
Yeah, he's having some trouble with this movement.
Oh no. Wait, what? What? Okay. I was really confused by the pausing. Jeez. Alright. Wait, did he miss a balloon? I didn't even see that.
I didn't either. What? Oh, that's
Jeez.
it's just a ton
He's
of
gonna go over
unfortunate
that pillar in
things.
the back, yeah.
Yeah, all right, he's got it.
I got the warp. Backup strats.
All right, so Seal's gonna be wrapping up Jellyfish here. Ringo's probably gonna be entering just around the same time that Seal is leaving, a little bit afterwards probably. So he's got like a whole entire Jellyfish segment in between him and Seal.
Yeah. So right now I think that Seal has a 3-minute lead at the moment. Maybe 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere like in between there. I think Jellyfish takes somewhere around like 3:15 or something for
Depends on
our
the
like our
player.
skill level.
Yeah, I have no idea what their jellyfish splits look like, but I would guess like somewhere around like 320, maybe. Props to Ringo for finishing though.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's sticking through it and just going. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not over for him yet. I mean, he's still going into losers.
Yeah, for sure.
He can definitely make a losers run. It's just, I'm sure he would have liked to had the
Ugh.
advantage in winners. That's like the biggest thing that I see people mess up with rock skip. Honestly, if they can get on the rock, it seems like they can get it most of the
They just
time.
run
But
off the ledge. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, even I do that sometimes.
Oh. Well, I guess there. Well, interestingly, we've seen no upsets so far in this bracket. I guess it's just how we're going out. First round seeding was pretty clean. So I guess that the win goes out to Seal then. Next race, we're gonna probably see Univa versus Seal and Jack versus Tower. I saw something about like Tower Xbox breaking though. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if that's like still a thing.
I
But
read something about him having to get a new one. I think his race is scheduled for. I don't know. He said something about Sunday.
okay.
So he said that he wanted to get a new Xbox by Sunday, or else, you know, he might not be able to do the tournament. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about any
Yeah.
of that.
That's rough, man. Well, it's not over yet. It's the reason why, we got the double elimination. Ringo can still, if he beats Conquer, then he'll face the loser of Jack and Tower, which is still, that's rough, man. They're both really good players.
Yeah, but Ringo is too. I know that this gameplay that happened today is not an accurate representation of his actual skill in the game. I think just a lot of things went against, what he would have liked to see, and it kind of just threw him off, put him in a bad mindset for the rest of the race. It's just unfortunate, but I applaud him for at least attempting to finish it anyways.
It was a pretty rough start.
So yeah, we'll see Seal finish things up here. He's got just this Dutchman, and then he'll be wrapping things up.
Like, crazy enough, if Ringo went into late game and just nailed everything, I think he could have caught up. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not totally undoable.
with what happened, Seal had the jellyfish mistakes. He didn't go for a lot of certain things that Ringo probably could have ended up capitalizing on, just all around. Sleepy skip. Just
It's hard to say also, like, how, Seal would have responded to Ringo being right on his trail.
right.
So that
Yeah, I think the DNFs are like, at least like I think in league play. In league play, if you DNF, you lose a lot of points. And I don't think that's a matter for this though.
All right. Yeah, so looking at the schedule here, for now, the next race that we have scheduled is Jack versus Tower at 5:15 p.m. on Sunday, the 17th.
Really?
So this weekend, we're gonna have. I mean, there might be some races that are scheduled, in between then. But for now, the next race we'll be seeing is on Sunday. So that'll be an interesting one. I'm pretty interested in seeing that. Jack and Tower are debatably, two of the most consistent runners in this tournament right now. And they've both actually had the most improvement seen between both of them out of anybody else in the tournament, I think.
All right. See what kind of shipwreck strats he goes for. Okay, we're doing the
It's definitely gonna go for boat
manual
bash.
cruise
Yeah,
boost into boat bash, the classic.
gotta love it. Gonna bowl. I think the that angle there on that spatula is actually really not too bad. Getting stuck on the box or the pole rather. It's actually somewhat consistent, but I don't blame people for not going for it.
So Seal's got Dutchman skip, and then he's got the chum bucket finished up.
Yeah, I mean, the real test for the ages is whether or not he can hit Chocolate Creek first time, but that's, that's for another stream. Talk about that later. Just gotta throw it in there, Chocolate Creek. We love it. All right, so coming up next for today, at 9:30, there is a Celeste any percent league race. So if you guys like Celeste, want to check that out, make sure you stick around and support the Celeste runners that will be participating in that.
Celeste is pretty fun.
And then, yeah, just the next upcoming days, we'll have, mixes of Odyssey, 64, Double Dash, Celeste, all the classics. So, a lot of good things coming up on GSA. Just want to say, just since we're here, why not? Pace. If you guys aren't registered for Pace and you have interest in going, you should definitely check it out because I think GSA is doing things like Pace. They're doing things that are really going to innovate the competitive speedrunning scene, for the upcoming years.
And
So
the
I like,
marathon scene too.
yeah, that too. I mean, there's a lot of things that GSA is working on really hard to, just kind of improve overall competitive marathon, just speedrunning content in general. So if you guys want to support them and help out, obviously watching the stream is one way to do it, following, continuing to support. But if you're interested in going to a speedrunning event, you should definitely check out Pace. They have info about it. You can get info in their Discord. I'm sure there's some on their channel. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have it pulled up right
Use
now.
the tickets command in chat.
But
yeah, I mean, I'm
Seal-
going to be there. Jared's going to be there. We're all going.
Yep. It's gonna be a good time. So you guys should definitely check it out. I did just check, so it's actually in the description of the stream. But Seal did wrap this up 101:30. He
Hey, so what happened to Ringo?
He
Oh.
DNF'd.
Yeah, he DNF'd.
Did he just quit?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a DNF.
Oh. Yeah, this run wasn't really that good.
Yeah, it's probably just like early game, and I couldn't tell what happened in late game. I'd probably guess either he was contemplating just stopping, or maybe somebody barged into his room and distracted him.
Really?
Yeah. Either way, congrats on the win. Good
Thank
stuff
you,
on
yeah.
finishing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I
thanks
saw
for
he was,
playing.
he was playing pretty well.
Yeah, there were just like a few like different things all around that kind of cost him a lot of time, just probably from frustration.
I think that a lot of
Pressure
the
and
stuff that
stuff.
he messed up was like things that he hasn't been going for in runs, just like new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like safe stuff.
Yeah, I
even in
noticed you
runs.
chose a lot of, safer strats. Did you know that you had the lead?
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, I figured
But-
so.
Yeah.
Well, either way, good stuff on finishing up. We appreciate you
Yeah,
participating
thanks
in
for
the
hopping in the
tournament.
call too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions that we should throw out before we wrap things up? Because I think the next race is in like
Pretty
the next
much
5 minutes or so.
All you guys got to know is that we're going to see round 2 next week with some good matchups. We got Univa versus Seal. If it works out, we're going to see Jack versus Tower, Conquer versus Ringo, and Cohen versus Pixel. So nobody's out yet. Any of these players can still, make it to the next round. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good matches to come up. So definitely stay tuned for those. And again, be sure to support GSA and all the rest of the games and runners that are participating with them. But I think we can probably just wrap things up here right now. So thank you guys all for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Hopefully the commentary was good for you guys, and thanks Shift for commentating with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
As
problem. Thanks
always.
for hopping in as well. Sorry I was late.
Hey, you made it just on time. That's all. That's all that matters. So congrats again, Seal. We will see you in round 2.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm excited.
So yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
See you guys.
See ya.